Yo, 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 yo. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this week's pre-market analysis. So, it's right now almost 12 p.m. It's almost midnight here in Sweden. And the market is just about to open in around 20 minutes. So I thought, why not jump on and give you a quick pre-market analysis, show you guys what I'm looking at for the week, where I think price is heading, etc. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, gold has not, or not, we have not had any geopolitical stuff happening, which is good. Both good morally for the world and also good for gold, because that means that price action is going to be taken into account this week, which is amazing since we are mostly technical price action traders. That's perfect for us. So what we're going to do here, boys, is we're going to do a pre-market analysis, see what's going on, and hopefully I'll give you guys some beautiful positions you can catch either during Asia session. If you do trade Asia session, I don't, I'll be snoozing. But if you do trade Asia session, I'll give you guys a few positions you could possibly take, and then we'll look for what to grab for more intraday positions during the week. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, trader? What's up, 6-4x? What's up, Snapped? Hello, Answer. What's up, boys? Just one thing, chat. Why? Oh, gold is looking real nice. Yeah, this. Let me just hold on. Gold is looking real nice. Why is my trading view white? Can anybody like help me with this, chat? Why? I don't care about the chart. I'm not talking about the chart. I'm talking about these sides right here. Why are these sides like white? And how do I change it? Left up dark mode. Left up. Ah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, boys. Now we're talking. That shit was frying my eyes. I can't lie. It's almost midnight here. Sitting staring at a white screen. Can't do that. All right, boys and girls. So, first and foremost, we have gold. Now, the beautiful thing on gold here is that I told you guys last week that we needed to see a trend break on gold. We needed to see a trend break on gold, meaning we needed to see us close below the higher low. So, as you guys see, recently gold has been on an uptrend, right? Creating higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now, to break the trend, you guys know what needs to happen. You need to close below the most recent higher low, and then you have to respect the highs and then keep coming down. So that's what I'm expecting on gold. What I'm expecting on gold is, since we now broke the trend, meaning we closed below this low right here, closed below the low, broke the trend. After you break the trend, you guys know what's going to happen. You're going to see a retest, guys. You're going to probably see a retest up to around these areas, and then you're going to see us continue down. So that is my expectation on gold this week. Now, it's going to take a few candles to get there, obviously. So this is going to play out throughout the week, through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. This is going to play out. You're going to see gold slowly come up. I think this Asia session is bullish. I'm very bullish for this Asia session because I think we're going to start to kind of balance out the moves we made from Friday. Come up on the new daily candle. Start tapping into some sort of resistance up here, right? Also retesting the trend we just broke, and then continue down from that. So I am heavily bullish on gold for this Asia session, and for the next, I'll say 2 days. Monday, Tuesday should be bullish days for gold. We did tap perfectly, which we also caught, by the way. Beautiful catch on Friday. Send it to the VIP signals, but basically caught this beautiful trade on Friday just off of a decision area down here, as you guys see. We were around this area here. This area right here. So we had a big area right here of indecision, decision, which means that every single time you tap this area, price makes a big move. It's done that plenty of times. Every single time you reject heavily or you dump heavily, right? We expected a rejection, therefore we caught that move. But now we've tapped this area. And what usually happens when you tap this area, chat? Can you guys see what happens when you tap this area and you decide to reject, which you did now? Because you make one of two choices. Either you dump or you reject. And at this particular time, you decided to reject. And what happens every single time you reject here? Boom. Big, huge, at least 700 pip moves. All right, so you never see small rejections. You always see big rejections, huge rejections. Which is what we're expecting now. So we're expecting a huge rejection. We're expecting the price to maybe grab the lows. Again, Asia session likes to grab liquidity. So Asia will likely grab either the lows or the highs first. And then after it will choose its direction. But more than likely, Asia session will push up to around these areas right here. So let me now mark out my zones first and foremost, so we can see where we can take some positions. Let me see here, boys. All right, so we got some sort of zone right there. All right, beautiful zone right there on gold. Right there's also a nice zone on gold to gold to gold. Boom. Close above, fill the range up. 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 All right, boys. So, what am I expecting on gold? First and foremost, buys on closures above 3,287. So I'm looking for buys off of closures above this zone right here. Why am I looking for buys off of closures there? Because every single time in the past when you rejected from these areas and closed above this area, you have filled the range up to 3,013. Right? So as you guys see, reject off of this zone, close above, fill the range. Close above, fill the range. Close above, fill the range. So every single time you close above, as you guys see, you fill the range up. So that's what I'm expecting. Same idea here. I'm expecting us to fill the range up on gold when you close above 3,287. And where are we going to fill to? Well, I have this 3,313 zone, but that's the max. That's the max fill. You might also see some sort of rejection here. So I'll put a safety line right here. So what I'm expecting on gold to happen is something like this. Price pushes up, close above, see some retest, and then starts moving up towards this area right here. So that's what I'm expecting on gold. And then I would look for sells. Where could we look for some beautiful sells? See again for that area. I would look for sells on gold at I'll look for sells at 3,330. A bit higher, maybe. No, yeah, that's what I would look for. Where I would look for sells. That matches up perfectly with the 4 hour as well. With the 4 hour trend, matches perfectly with the daily as well. So yeah, boys, I expected some sells from 3,332 on gold, right here. Look to sell, something like this to happen, or look to buy up until that area, up until 3,313. So that's my quick analysis on gold. I'm just expecting bullish price action. Now again, I could be wrong here. That's why we don't predict the market. We try to react to the market. We see what it does first, and then we jump in. We don't try to predict anything. I'm not predicting price will go up. I'm saying if you see closures above 3,287.7, you can be sure that price will likely continue up to fill this imbalance up until 3,313 at least. Right? But you first need to wait for price to do its thing. You first need to wait for price to move up, close above, see some sort of retest, and then you can enter. Same thing with here. So that's what I'm looking for on gold, chat. But remember, prices will increase for next level funded accounts. Spencer told me to tell you all this. Prices will increase in 4 days. So if you haven't got an NLF account, I don't know what you're doing. Like at this point, I don't know how you can't see the vision that we're the best prop firm on earth. But nonetheless, in 4 days, prices will increase. Not a big price increase. It won't change anything. But for anybody that's looking to get an account at a cheaper price, Right now is your chance. Remember, code BD, capital letters, 35% off any account. I think we're still running for 20 for 20 as well. But yeah, head to the website, get yourself an account. Beautiful. Anyways, boys, that's my gold analysis. Really simple. Really simple. Anything you guys want me to analyze? Anything you guys want me to analyze except gold? Gold analysis is pretty clear. Expecting some bullish movement on Asia session. GJ, all right, let's see GJ. Okay. Okay, GJ opened up with a gap. Right now, currently filling the gap, so not much you can do until you fill the gap. Just wait. Have a pretty strong area on GJ up here. On GJ, I'm expecting bearish price action. So as you see, the daily opened up with no bottom wick at all. Opened up with no bottom wick, currently filling the gap that it created. Right? Once it has filled that gap on the 15 and on the 30, you will likely see price come up to this area and then sell from here and flip on the daily. So I am bearish on GJ. I'm probably going to look just for sells if I were to trade GJ. So what I would do is I would do this. Boom. I'd wait for closures. So I would wait for price to fill this gap first. Once it has filled this gap, I would wait for closures below 198.16. Closures below here. And after I close below here, I would look for sells down to fill the range, potentially all the way to here. So I'll look to grab this range right here. So that's what I'm expecting on GJ. I'm expecting GJ to come up, fill the gap, then start moving below and fill this range right here, because you do fill the range every single time. So that's what I'm expecting on GJ. And if you close up below 197.733 as well, then you're good. Then you're good to go. You could potentially, a position that I would actually recommend is this. I would place a sell stop right at that flip. So on the daily, I'll place a sell stop right off that flip, and I will then place my stop loss like so at a 1-to-1, and this is the position I would take. Because once the daily flips, after creating a big top wick and also filling the gap, once the daily flip, it will flip with a lot of momentum and a lot of liquidity. So it will flip and it will tap right into this zone right here, like these wicks did. So that's the position I would look for in GJ. I would look for to take the flip on the daily. So that's DJ. BTC USD. I don't trade BTC USD, but we can take a look at it. Currently pretty bearish. Did reject off of this zone right here. Yeah, I would say bearish on BTC USD. You're currently creating this kind of downtrend on the daily, while the daily is looking to flip downwards and have this insane move and big liquidity pool to fill towards downside. So I would look for on BTC USDs, I would look for closures below this area right here, and I would simply look for sells, like so. That's what I look for on BTC USD. Look for sells. Pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. The reason for that is because you do have imbalances below, and you're also just currently following the daily trend, downtrend. And the daily has a very small bottom wick as well. And you've also grabbed liquidity above these highs. So grab liquidity above the highs, swept out liquidity, taken out stop losses, and now you're going to see us head down with pretty intense force after grabbing this liquidity that you did above here. So yeah, that's what I'm expecting to be BTC-USD, just sells in general. I don't trade BTC-USD though, so it'll be tough to analyze for me, but if I were to analyze, I analyze it the same way I would analyze any other forex pair. That's how I would do it. All right, I'll do one more. Let's do UJ. I'll do UJ. UJ, same idea as GJ. Same idea. UJ is probably looking to fill the gap up first. So remember, guys, when price gaps, I personally don't like to trade gaps because they're not as secure as I like them to be. So I don't trade the gaps. So I would suggest here I would wait for the gap to get filled, this current gap to get filled. And I think the daily opened up with no bottom wick. Same idea. Daily opened up with no bottom wick. So what I'm expecting on UJ is the daily to move up, tap into this area right here, and sell. So this is what I'm expecting on UJ. Boom, boom. Right, I'm expecting the daily to come up, tap into that area of heavy resistance, tap into this void right here that you've created here, the gap. After you tap into the void, after you've grabbed the stop losses above, I would look for price to then eventually come down. So sells off of this area right here on UJ. Very simple. If you don't tap this area and you start rejecting immediately, you can just literally take straight off sells up below, on closures below this area right here, 144.559, to fill the range all the way down to around this area. So either this position right here sells from 145.039, or if you don't tap that area, I would just look for closures like so and grab sells below here. So one of those two positions I would look for on UJ if I was trading UJ. Anyways, boys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Just made a quick analysis on UJ, on BTC USD, on GJ, and on gold. So hopefully that has value to y'all. For anybody trading Asia session, you guys know what to do now at least. If you haven't seen the whole analysis, just scroll back on this video and you'll see the whole analysis. It's literally just 15 minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, boys. Remember, prices will increase on NLF in 4 days. So make sure if you want a cheap account, go buy an account right now. Use code BD, capital letters 35 to get 35% off any account. And I'll see you boys whenever I see you boys. All right. Take care, everybody. Peace out. You know what to do now. And I'll see you guys. All right. Good night. It's literally almost 1 a.m. here.